It's the year 2001. LEGO has been saved from financial ruin by the lucrative Star Wars license, but they know they can't rely on George Lucas to bring in the cash forever. It's time for a backup plan. Now, LEGO's had a couple of goes at breaking into the buildable action figure market, first with Slicers, then with Robo Riders, but neither line has really brought them the success they're looking for. Still, LEGO doesn't give up. They know that buildable action figures could be huge if only they could crack the formula. Enter Bionicle. It's a bold new theme that builds on the concepts of its predecessors, a group of heroes each representing a different element, eye-catching plastic storage canisters instead of boxes, and a sideline of pocket money collectibles. But this time round, LEGO has refined the formula. Now there are only 6 heroes instead of 8. There's a greater focus on standardised construction to minimise costs, and for the first time there's a fully fleshed out supporting storyline. It takes place on the tropical island of Mata Nui, where 6 mysterious heroes wash up in canisters. These heroes, or Toa as they are called, must fight to protect the native Matoran villagers from the evil Makutas minions, while at the same time seeking out clues that might help lead them towards their own destinies. And woven into the plot is a heavy emphasis on the collectible element, the Kanohi Masks. These are worn by the Toa and supplement their existing elemental powers with new abilities such as super strength or super speed. The characters have to seek out these masks to grow in strength and ultimately take on the big bad. So, that's the story. Let's get started on the figures themselves. All 6 come in these plastic canisters. There's some nice artwork on the front and some more information around the back. The film is actually double layered, and the outer layer acts like a sleeve that you can twist around to reveal pictures of the other sets and locations from the storyline. On top is a sculpted head, which is made from the same tool as the actual headpiece used in the sets, so you can use it to display any masks you collect. And inside, lots of pieces. Each character has their own unique mask and a weapon, but most of the other parts are shared between the sets, just in different colours. You'll see some that have been newly tooled, and others you might recognise from Slicer or Robo Riders, and even some system pieces mixed in. The building process is relatively simple, but still enjoyable. Everything pops together nicely. The limbs are attached via ball socket joints. These little gears drop in, then get pinned into place, the weapons slide into place easily, and finally you attach the head, put the mask on, and you're done. And here he is, set 8536, Kopaka, the Toa of Ice. His name is taken from the Maori word for glacier or ice. LEGO borrowed lots of early Bionicle set names for other languages, mostly the Maori of New Zealand, but occasionally Hawaiian or others. Even the word for masks, Kanohi, literally means face. LEGO got into quite a bit of legal trouble once the Maori found out what was going on and had to rename a lot of sets going forwards. So if you ever wondered why names like Jala and Huki had their spelling changed, that's why. Now, in terms of movement, Kopaka has articulation in his feet, hips and shoulders. His sword arm is operated by this gear on the back, which you can twist to simulate an attack. All 6 characters have some variation on this gear system, either for one or both of the arms. It's worth noting that unfortunately the head isn't articulated, but it's very easy to change with a little bit of customization. Kopaka's mask is the Ikaku, which grants the wearer the power of X-ray vision, as hinted at by all those lenses over the eye. Now, if I'm being honest, it's not my favourite design for the masks, although it has grown on me over the years. Just something about the asymmetry bugs me, and plus the fact it leaves the chin a bit exposed. Next up we have 8534, Tahu, the Toa of Fire. Like Kopaka, his name is borrowed from the Maori, where Tahu means to burn. He's the de facto leader of the group, and arguably the most popular character in the entire franchise. He's definitely the most recognisable, with his flame sword and his nice red and orange colour scheme. In terms of construction, it's very similar to Kopaka, with a big sword and similar torso detailing, but where Kopaka has a shield, Tahu just has an empty left hand. And here he is up close. Tahu's mask is the How, a classic design that's almost as synonymous with the Bionicle line as the logo itself. The How is the mask of shielding, so if you're wondering why Tahu doesn't have a shield like Kopaka, it's because he doesn't need one, his mask does it for him. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can customise the neck to allow for head rotation. This is actually super easy to do. You just need a 3-long bar to replace the axle piece that comes as standard. Simply switch the pieces around and voila, the head can rotate. Alternatively, you can use a cut down flex tube for more articulation, but they're both quick, cheap, easy fixes that really help add character to the models on display. Next up we have set 8533, Galley, the Toa of Water. The name is taken from the Australian Kamilaroi language this time, and it's their word for water. So, let's get one thing out of the way. Galley is actually female. Yes, there are female Bionicles, and no, I'm not sure if that piece on the chest is supposed to represent breathing apparatus or, well, female anatomy. Still, she has a nice aquatic colour scheme, and her weapons of choice are these 2 big hooks, which are both connected to the gear system for a powerful dual attack. And up close, you can see that Galley's mask is quite different from the others. Instead of the regular opaque plastic, the cow is actually translucent, allowing for her eyes to shine through the visor. It feels almost like the mask is made of liquid, which is appropriate since the cow is the mask of underwater breathing. The word Kaukau itself means to bathe or swim. Next up we have set 8532, Onua, the Toa of Earth. This guy's name seems to come from the Maori word for earth, which is Honua with an H. And with only 30 parts, he has the lowest piece count of all 6 Toa, but he uses those pieces well. So, Onua here was my very first Bionicle figure back in 2001. I was on my way to a Pokemon League meetup in the city back when that was a thing, and I went into this place called Toy Stack, which sadly doesn't exist anymore. They had a whole wall of Bionicle sets, and I saw Onua here and I just fell in love. I bought him with my pocket money, but I hid him in my backpack because I didn't think my mother would approve. Still, I really like his hunched, slightly more robotic appearance, and he's got a double arm attack action like Galley. His big claws can be positioned palm down for digging, or side on for a more relaxed look on display. And here he is up close. I really like how each mask is unique, and Onua's Pakari is no exception. It's the largest in terms of surface area, and it's got all these grooves and vents which help give it a more rugged, armoured appearance. And since the Pakari is the mask of strength, the design is perfect. The word Pakari itself means strong in Maori. And from the set with the fewest pieces, we jump to the one with the most, set 8531, Pohatu, the Toa of Stone. Pohatu here has 49 parts, that's a whole 13 more than the second highest, Lewa, who has a comparatively paltry 36. The dramatic leap is in part due to the drastic restructuring of his body, which now has the whole torso upside down to enable his kicking action feature. He also includes a special rock piece which he can kick around as a weapon. And if you're wondering, Pohatu's name is once again taken from Maori, where it means stone. And here he is up close. The Kakama is the mask of speed, and its design is appropriately sleek, with swept-back vents and elongated eye holes. And finally, we have set 8535, Lewa. He's officially known as the Toa of Air, although his colour scheme and choice of weapon would seem to imply a closer relation to the jungle than the sky. And his name literally does mean sky in Maori. Something about his whole left arm always felt a bit odd to me. The arm itself is just a reused slicer piece, and his hand with those 2 enormous fingers looks a bit too big. Still, it's a very nice figure. And up close you can get a better look at the Miru. It's one of my favourite masks, a sinister grin somewhere between those theatre faces and the Guy Fawkes mask seen in films like V for Vendetta. The Miru grants its wearer the power of levitation, and its name seems to be based on Miru, which means bubble in Maori. Lewa's axe is one of the few Bionicle weapons that's never been reused in other sets, and it feels very weighty, like it can do some real damage against other sets. And here it is in action against the Nui Rama. That poor thing didn't stand a chance. So, all 6 Toa are built and ready to go, but what now? Well, you may remember earlier when I said that masks were a major part of the Bionicle storyline. Right from the start, the emphasis was on collecting them, not just in the Bionicle world, but our own too. LEGO didn't just want you to buy the Toa characters, oh no, they wanted you to buy hundreds of masks. These were available in the shops via little blind bags, sold 2 in a packet, and obviously being blind bags, you never know which ones you were going to get. So, with over 72 to collect, getting the full set was no easy task. The following year saw more colours added, with gold and silver joining the mix. The silver Kanohi here represent the masks in their raw form before being worn by a Toa. They came in the Kanohi Krana packs, and although it seems like silver should be more common than gold, both were equally available. And here are the gold ones. These masks contain the combined power of all 6 Kanohis, so they're very powerful. The plastic is a very unusual shade of gold, more a sort of bronzy copper that's exclusive to the Bionicle line. And there were also plenty of promotional masks released over the span of Bionicle's lifetime. In 2001 we had these 2, the Chrome How and the Neon Miru. The Chrome How was only available in a special set called the Power Pack, containing the mask, a small figure and a music CD. And the Neon Miru was exclusive to Legoland theme parks. It's the only time a mask has ever been made available in this colour, so it definitely stands out. The shade of green matches Lewa's eyes, and it's supposed to represent the mask in a powered-up form. So, there you have it, a brief look at all the 2001 Toa Mata. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'd love for you to share your own stories about Bionicle, so leave a comment, click that like, and if you feel so inclined, subscribe to my channel for more collecting videos. Ta-ta!